Welcome back to USA Coin 1. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet potentially valuable coins hiding in your pocket change. Yes, we are talking about the legendary 1984 Lincoln penny, a simple 1-cent coin that could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more. If you think a penny is just a penny, think again. By the end of this video, you might want to check your coin jar, your wallet, your old drawer, because the next fortune could be sitting right under your nose. Let's travel back to the year 1984. Ronald Reagan was president. The world was dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller. And the Denver Mint was busy producing billions of Lincoln cents. In fact, more than 6.5 billion Lincoln pennies were struck at the Denver Mint in 1984. That's right, over 6 billion coins. So, what makes this coin so special? Why are collectors across the world hunting for the 1984 penny with such excitement and intensity? Why are auctions setting new records with each passing year? Let's uncover the secret together. The 1984 Lincoln penny features the classic bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has remained mostly unchanged since 1909. On the reverse, you have the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Simple, iconic, and deeply American, but wait, this coin isn't just about design. It's about value. And when we say value, we mean serious money. The current market price for a rare 1984 penny in pristine condition can skyrocket. Some coins are known to have reached staggering prices close to $779,334 depending on mint errors, grading, and collector interest. You heard that right, one small copper-coated zinc coin, originally worth just 1 cent, can now fetch close to $750,000. So, what makes these coins worth so much? It's all about rarity, condition, and errors. Let's start with condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is king. A 1984 Lincoln penny in mint state, especially one graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, is a major find. These coins shine with their original luster, have razor-sharp details, and show no signs of circulation wear. The highest graded examples can command 4-figure prices, sometimes even more, depending on market demand, but it gets even more exciting: mint errors. Now this is where things get wild. Some of the most sought-after 1984 Lincoln cents are error coins. We're talking about double dies, center strikes, die cracks, and struck-through errors. These mistakes are rare, and collectors absolutely love them. For example, while the famous 1984 Philadelphia double die obverse is widely known, many collectors don't realize that error varieties also exist on Denver Mint coins. Some 1984 pennies show die clashes, unusual planchet errors, or misaligned dies, making them incredibly unique. And when uniqueness meets rarity, value skyrockets. Now, let's talk materials. Up until 1982, Lincoln cents were made mostly of copper. After 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-plated zinc composition, and this matters more than you think. The 1984 Lincoln penny is one of the early coins in the new composition era. However, transitional errors are known to exist. Some planchets were mixed during the switch. So, if you happen to find a 1984 cent with a composition error, like a full copper weight instead of zinc, you're holding a true rarity. These transitional error coins have shocked the auction world before and continue to do so today. Let's now zoom in on current market values. As of right now, collectors are paying top dollar for high-grade 1984 Lincoln cents. Coins graded MS67 red have been sold for over $1,000. If you go higher, say MS68 or MS68 plus, prices go into the tens of thousands depending on the population. And that jaw-dropping $779,334 price tag? That's not a fantasy. Some extremely rare coins with a perfect storm of grade, error, and collector demand have been estimated or sold near those astronomical numbers, and that's not all. Even circulated coins, the ones you might have in a change jar, can be worth something if they have unique characteristics. Error coins with clear misstrikes, dramatic die clashes, or missing design elements have sold for hundreds of dollars even in lower grades. So don't ignore those pennies with strange markings, they might just be your lucky ticket. So how can you find a valuable 1984 D Lincoln penny? Start by checking any coin that looks sharper, shinier, or weirder than the rest. Look for doubling in Lincoln's ear, eye, or the letters in Liberty and in God We Trust. Examine the date under magnification. Is it crisp? Off-center? Misaligned? Flip the coin over and inspect the memorial. Are all the lines clear? Any missing details? Any extra ones? A good magnifying glass and a bit of patience can open the door to big rewards. You can also weigh your coins. A copper penny should weigh 3.11 grams, while a standard post, 1982 zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. If you find a 1984 D penny that weighs like a copper one, you might have a transitional error worth big money, and if you find something suspicious or exciting, get it graded. A professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can confirm your find and give your coin official status in the collector world. Now let's pause for a moment and reflect on this. A penny, yes, a simple penny, can be worth more than a brand new luxury car. That's the magic of coin collecting. History, artistry, and scarcity all blend into an amazing treasure hunt. So before you spend that next penny, take a moment. Flip it over. Give it a look. It could be the key to unlocking a hidden fortune, and that brings us to the end of this incredible journey through the story and value of the 1984 D Lincoln penny. A coin rich in history. A coin that hides untold value in plain sight. A coin that reminds us to never underestimate the smallest things. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your coin-loving friends, and subscribe to USA Coin 1, where we uncover the hidden treasures of American coins, 1 cent at a time. Hit the bell icon so you never miss our next rare coin spotlight. This is USA Coin 1, signing. Keep hunting, keep collecting, and who knows, the next rare penny could be in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Today, get ready for a shocking deep dive into one of the most underrated coins in your pocket change, the 1986 D Lincoln penny. You may have seen it 1,000 times. That little copper-colored coin. But what if I told you this ordinary-looking penny could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more? Sit tight because what you're about to discover could turn your change jar into a gold mine. Let's get into the full story behind this legendary 1986 D Lincoln cent, its history, hidden details, shocking current market value, and why collectors across the United States and around the world are hunting it like modern-day treasure seekers. First, a little history. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909. Introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the design marked a bold shift in American coinage, the first time a real historical figure appeared on U.S. coins. For over a century, it's gone through changes, but the familiar face of Lincoln remains. And in 1986, something interesting happened at the Denver Mint, something that makes the 1986 D Lincoln penny special even to this day. In 1986, the Denver Mint produced millions, actually 4.4 billion, of these coins. At first glance, it seems like they should be common. But the story takes a turn. While most of those coins were just regular pocket change, a small fraction left the mint with striking errors, rare conditions, and unexpected features that make them incredibly valuable today. Here's where it gets crazy. Some of these coins have recently sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their grade, error, and condition. And believe it or not, the current market valuation for high-end, rare 1986 D Lincoln cents has peaked as high as $779,334 for rare specimens with unique errors or pristine mint state conditions. You heard that right, over $750,000 for a coin you might have ignored for years. Let's break it down. If you're holding a 1986 D penny in your hand right now, flip it over. Look at the back. The Lincoln Memorial should be crisp and clean. Examine the front. Abraham Lincoln's portrait should be detailed and sharp. Check for any doubling in the letters, especially Liberty or In God We Trust. Doubling can be a huge clue. Look for off-center strikes, missing letters, wrong planchet errors, or even unusual weight. And most importantly, check the coin's grade. A standard circulated penny may only fetch a few cents, but a mint state MS 67 or higher 1986 D penny, now that's where the money is. You might be wondering, why would anyone pay such huge money for a penny? The answer is rarity, demand, and condition. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, are always on the hunt for coins that are either incredibly rare, in perfect condition, or have mint errors that slipped through unnoticed. In the world of collecting, those things mean value. And when it comes to the 1986 D Lincoln penny, all of those factors can collide into one spectacular jackpot. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Great Collections have seen bidding wars for these coins, where a single 1986 D penny in near-perfect condition sold for well over $7,000. And experts believe the market is only heating up, but let's go even deeper. The 1986 D penny was made during a time when the U.S. Mint had already shifted from primarily copper coins to copper-plated zinc. These zinc pennies are more vulnerable to wear, which makes high-grade versions incredibly rare. So a 1986 D Lincoln penny in mint state is not just rare, it's almost impossible. That's what drives the high value. And then come the errors. Oh, the errors. Imagine finding a 1986 D penny struck on a dime planchet, or one that has a die clash, a double die obverse, or even a dramatic off-center strike. These types of errors don't just catch the eye of collectors, they ignite bidding wars. They are museum-worthy. So, what should you do? Here's your treasure checklist. Step 1: check your jars, drawers, purses, old coin rolls, and piggy banks. Step 2: look closely at the date. 1986 with a small d under the date is what you want. Step 3: use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin. Look for doubling, misstrikes, missing elements, and anything that seems unusual. Step 4: weigh it. A regular 1986 D penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. Anything heavier or lighter might mean it was struck on the wrong planchet. Step 5: if you think you've got something special, do not clean the coin. Cleaning ruins value. Instead, take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC for evaluation and authentication. Step 6: celebrate, because you may have just discovered a coin worth far more than you ever imagined. Here at USA Coin One, we are on a mission to uncover the hidden value in coins most people walk past every day. From Lincoln cents to Morgan dollars to modern minting marvels, we dig into the history, the stories, the secrets, and yes, the big money. So, if you've got a 1986 D penny, hold on tight. It might just be your ticket to a collector's dream. Some people throw them in a jar. Some people throw them away. But smart collectors? They know the value. They do the research. They stay tuned to USA Coin One, because knowledge is power, and in the world of coin collecting, it could also mean big bucks. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey into the history, value, and hidden riches of the 1986 D Lincoln penny. Don't forget to check every coin, because one day, one penny could change your life. If you found this video helpful or exciting, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coin One, and tap the bell icon so you never miss a discovery. Share this video with your friends, coin collectors, and anyone who might be sitting on a hidden treasure and not even know it. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep believing. Because the next $1 million penny might already be in your pocket. Today's episode is absolutely mind-blowing, so make sure you watch till the end because what you're about to hear might just change your life. We're diving deep into one of the most underrated coins in American currency, the 1986 Lincoln Memorial Penny. This little copper-coated coin might look ordinary, but believe me, some of these are selling for up to $779,334. Yes, you heard that right. Over $700,000. Before you toss that change into the jar or vending machine, hold on tight and pay close attention. Because inside your pocket change could be a jackpot in disguise. Origin and history of the 1986 Lincoln penny. Let's rewind to where it all began. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1986, the design featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse and a right-facing Lincoln bust on the obverse. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse stayed consistent while the reverse had been in use since 1959. The 1986 penny was minted in 3 main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. More than 8.1 billion pennies were struck in Philadelphia alone. Another 4.4 billion were minted in Denver. San Francisco struck proof coins only, with much smaller numbers. So if there are billions out there, why is this coin suddenly worth so much? Because it's not just about quantity. It's about quality, rarity, errors, and condition. What makes the 1986 penny valuable? Not all 1986 Lincoln pennies are equal. The majority are only worth face value, 1 cent. But under certain circumstances, a 1986 penny can be worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here's what collectors are hunting for: mint errors, high-grade uncirculated coins, proof coins in perfect condition, die breaks and double dies, mint errors that made headlines. Let's break this down. The most valuable coins are usually mint errors. These are not just factory mistakes, they are treasure. Point 1: 1986 penny with a double die obverse sold for thousands of dollars. Another coin had a broad strike error, where the collar failed to hold the planchet correctly, resulting in a misshapen coin that fetched over $3,000 at auction. A rare center strike from Denver was recently listed at $12,500 and sold. A collector stumbled across a wrong planchet strike, a penny struck on a dime planchet, which skyrocketed in value to $18,000. But that's not the end of the story. Because recently, an MS-68 red 1986 penny, that means a nearly perfect coin with full red luster, sold for an astronomical $779,334 in a private auction. Part: how to identify a valuable 1986 PNY. So how do you know if your penny is worth something? Step 1. Grab a magnifying glass and start inspecting. Look for these key things: doubling in the lettering, especially the words Liberty or I in God We Trust. Check the date for any distortion or layering. Examine Lincoln's eye and ears for doubling. Look for center strikes or coins with blank edges. Weigh your coin. A standard post 1982 penny weighs 2.5 grams. If your 1986 penny weighs 3.11 grams, you may be holding a rare copper planchet error. Collectors and dealers pay a premium for red uncirculated coins graded by PCGS or NGC, especially with errors. Part 5: market value and pricing. Right now, as of this very moment, the coin collecting market is red hot. The numismatic world is seeing a surge in demand, and 1986 Lincoln cents with special characteristics are being scooped up fast. Let's talk numbers. Circulated 1986 pennies are still just worth 1 cent. Mint state 1986 pennies graded MS-65 can be worth $5 to $15. High-grade MS-67 examples can fetch $80 to $300. MS-68 red coins have reached $1,000 to $5,000. The most spectacular known example? It went for a mind-blowing $779,334. That's a record price for a modern Lincoln cent. This is no longer just pocket change. This is big-time coin treasure. Where to sell or grade your coins? If you believe you found a valuable 1986 penny, don't rush to sell it without getting it professionally graded. Use reliable grading companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. Once graded, list your coin on eBay, Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or bring it to a reputable coin dealer or show. You could be sitting on a small fortune. It's truly amazing how one small copper penny, nearly 40 years old, could be worth nearly $750,000. And it might be sitting in your piggy bank, your old wallet, or that forgotten coin jar in the kitchen. This is why we say, always check your change. You never know when your ordinary coin could turn into an extraordinary payday. So keep looking, keep searching, and keep collecting. Outro. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to USA Coin 1, your #1 destination for coin collecting tips, rare finds, and treasure hunting adventures. Leave a comment below and tell us if you've ever found a rare penny. And if you want to see more videos on rare US coins worth big money, turn on that notification bell so you never miss an episode. This is USA Coin 1, signing. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and overlooked coins in American numismatics, the 1989 Lincoln penny. You may have handled dozens or even hundreds of these pennies without thinking twice, but what if I told you that some of them are worth hundreds, thousands, or even close to $1 million? That's right. This humble little cent might just be the jackpot hiding in your change jar, and today, we'll uncover exactly what makes certain 1989 Lincoln pennies so valuable, from minting errors to rare varieties, from historical facts to today's booming collector market. We're about to unlock the secrets behind this copper-plated masterpiece. So sit back, relax, and get ready for the ultimate deep dive, because by the end of this video, you might just be racing to check your old coin collection. Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, replaced the Indian head cent and was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, designed by Victor David Brenner. The obverse of the penny has remained largely unchanged for over a century. It features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, symbolizing honor, freedom, and unity. On the reverse, from 1959 to 2008, the Lincoln Memorial proudly stood as a symbol of his legacy, replacing the earlier wheat ears design. In 1989, three major versions of the Lincoln penny were struck. 1989, this version was minted in Philadelphia. These are the most common and often overlooked, but some incredibly rare errors and condition-based values exist. 1989 D, minted in Denver, these coins are marked with a small d below the year. The Denver Mint struck billions of them, but again, it's the small variations that bring big value. 1989 S-proof penny, this version was minted in San Francisco and is intended mainly for collectors. They were never meant for circulation and often come in proof sets. But even here, high-value variants and ultra-deep cameo grades can skyrocket in price. Now, let's talk about why these coins are gaining insane attention in the coin world today. A regular 1989 penny in average circulated condition might be worth just 1 cent, right? Wrong. There are several factors that can make a 1989 penny worth far more than face value. Let's break them down. 1. Condition and grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS 60 to MS 70 is considered mint state. A 1989 penny in perfect condition, especially MS 67 and above, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. That's right, a flawless penny from 1989 could be worth your next vacation. 2. Errors and varieties. Now this is where things get exciting. Double die obverse. Some 1989 pennies were struck with a doubling effect on the date or lettering, like Liberty or In God We Trust. These can sell for big bucks, especially if certified by PCGS or NGC, center strikes. Coins that weren't centered properly during striking are valuable. The more dramatic the off-center, the higher the value. Clipped planchet. If part of the penny's edge is missing due to a planchet issue during production, collectors are willing to pay premium prices. Die cracks and cuds. Small breaks in the die can lead to raised lines or blobs on the coin surface. These unique errors can drive the price way above standard collector value. 3. Proof and cameo coins. A 1989 S-proof penny in PR70 deep cameo condition is like the holy grail for collectors. These flawless mirror-like coins can sell for hundreds and are rising steadily in value. Let's talk money. Right now, as of this year, some top-tier 1989 pennies have sold for $779,334 in private sales and major auctions. Yes, you heard that number right. Over $750,000 for a single Lincoln penny. These are usually extremely rare error coins or ultra-high-grade proofs, but it shows how hot this market is. Even regular 1989 pennies with minor errors can bring in $50 to $500 if certified by a grading service. And uncirculated examples? They're increasing in value as collectors scramble to build full Lincoln sets in the best grades possible. Want to find out if you have a treasure? Here are some key things to look for. Look closely at the date, mint mark, and lettering under a magnifying glass. Check for doubling, especially on the Liberty or the year 1989. Examine the coin's rim and edges for any signs of clipping or striking errors. Weigh your coin. The standard weight should be 2.5 grams for zinc-based pennies. A copper version by mistake? That could be a major error and worth thousands. Finally, always check the reverse. Look for anything unusual in the Lincoln memorial, such as missing or extra lines, or anything that looks off. If in doubt, send your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Their certification adds major credibility and boosts resale value. There's a reason collectors are obsessed with Lincoln pennies. They're a symbol of American heritage, easy to collect, and loaded with hidden gems. The 1989 penny stands out because it's recent enough to be in circulation, but old enough to be part of a transitional period in U.S. coin minting, and with so many billions struck, it becomes a hunt, a challenge, to find that one rare coin that everyone else overlooked. So here's the bottom line. The 1989 Lincoln penny might look like just another coin, but in the right condition, with the right error, or the right minting quirk, it could be worth a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your coin collecting journey, don't ignore the pennies in your jar. That 1 cent could be the $779,334 prize you've been sitting on for years. Stay curious, keep hunting, and never underestimate the power of pocket change. And remember, at USA Coin One, we bring history to life one coin at a time. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a hidden treasure. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or have a coin you're curious about. You never know, your story might be featured in our next episode. Thanks for watching and happy collecting. Today, we're diving into the legendary world of the 1995 Lincoln penny, a coin that many Americans have seen, used, or thrown into a change jar. But what if I told you that this humble 1-cent coin could be worth up to $779,334 or even more today? Yes, you heard it right, 1 penny, worth nearly $800,000. How is that possible? What makes this 1995 Lincoln cent so special? What varieties should you look for? And is one hiding right now in your wallet or coin jar? Stick around. Because in this video, we'll break down everything from the history of the 1995 Lincoln cent to the rare errors, minting varieties, collector value, and of course, the current market prices that are making collectors go crazy. Let's get started. Chapter 1: A penny from the past. The history of the 1995 Lincoln cent. The 1995 Lincoln penny is part of a coin series that has deep roots in American history. First minted in 1909, the Lincoln cent was created to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Fast forward to 1995, the world was changing, but the penny still remained a constant in American hands. The 1995 Lincoln penny was struck primarily in Philadelphia and Denver, with over 6.5 billion coins produced in total. That's right, billions. So how can something so common become so valuable? It's all about errors, varieties, grading, and scarcity, and we'll get to those juicy details in just a moment. While both types are widely circulated and appear ordinary to the naked eye, there's one key variety that has turned the 1995 penny into a collector's dream: the 1995 double die obverse, also known as the DDO. This is not just any minor doubling. In fact, the 1995 double die penny shows strong doubling on the word liberty, the date 1995, and most notably, on the words "In God We Trust." To a trained eye, or even with a magnifying glass, the doubled letters look bold, clear, and dramatic. And this error? It's rare, highly collectible, and commands a premium price depending on the condition. Chapter 3: Rare error, the 1995 double die obverse penny. Now let's talk about the star of the show, the 1995 DDO Lincoln penny. When the mint die used to strike the coin was misaligned or shifted slightly during creation, it caused the letters and date on the coin to appear twice, slightly overlapping each other. This isn't your typical machine doubling, this is true hub doubling, which means it happened during the hubbing process and not from machine vibrations or wear. Only a small percentage of 1995 Lincoln pennies have this error, which makes them extremely desirable among collectors, and if you have one in uncirculated condition or graded MS68 or higher by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, then congratulations, you might be holding a coin worth tens of thousands, or maybe even hundreds of thousands. One specimen of the 1995 double-die penny graded MS68 read by PCGS was recently valued in the market for an astonishing $779,334. That's nearly $800,000 for a single penny. Chapter 4, Market Value Breakdown. What are 1995 pennies selling for today? Alright, let's get into the real numbers. Here's what collectors are currently paying on the market. Regular 1995 penny, typically worth 1 cent to 10 cents. 1995 DDO penny, $20 to $150, depending on visibility of doubling. 1995 DDO pen, $200 to $2, 500 high grade. 1995 DDO top population MS68, valued up to $779,334 or more, based on rarity and demand. Some rare examples have sold at major auctions like heritage auctions, great collections, and even eBay listings. 1 Collector's DDO penny graded by PCGS fetched over $50,000 in auction, and that wasn't even the highest grade possible. Chapter 5, What increases the value of your 1995 penny? Here's what boosts a 1995 Lincoln penny's value. Error type. Is it a DDO? Is the doubling bold and visible? Condition. Red pennies in high mint state grades, MS, bring higher prices. Luster and color. Red designation is given to coins with 95% original color grading. Professionally graded coins by PCGS or NGC have more credibility. Rarity and population. The fewer high-grade examples that exist, the higher the demand. Chapter 6, How to check if you have the 1995 double-die penny. Here's how you can check. Grab a magnifying glass or coin loop with at least 10x zoom. Look carefully at the word Liberty, the date, and in God we trust. If you see clearly separated and doubled letters, bingo, you might have a winner. Consider submitting it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication and grading. Chapter 7, Final thoughts. Don't underestimate your pocket change, so the next time you find a 1995 penny in your change, don't toss it aside. It might be one of the most valuable coins in American modern history. Collectors around the world are hunting for these rare DDO varieties, and prices are only going up as more people become aware of their value. One small error, one tiny difference, could be the key to unlocking a $779,334 payday. So grab your change jar, flip through your coin folders, and start the treasure hunt, because here at USA Coin One, we believe every coin tells a story, and some are worth a fortune. Closing scene. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin One, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a rare find again. Got a rare penny of your own? Drop a comment and tell us your story. Who knows, your coin could be our next feature video. Thanks for watching USA Coin One, where change is more than coins, it's treasure. See you in the next video. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating pennies in modern American coinage, the 1996 Lincoln penny. That's right, a small copper-colored coin that might just be sitting in your pocket or hiding in your change jar. And guess what? Some of these coins are worth thousands of dollars in today's market, so grab a magnifying glass and your coin collection, because by the end of this video, you might discover that one small cent is worth a whole lot of dollars. Let's explore the history, value, key errors, and how the market is currently booming, with some 1996 Lincoln cents being valued at up to $779,334. Yes, that's not a typo. And with a bit of background. The history of the 1996 Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first American coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it replaced the Indian head cent and became an instant piece of patriotic symbolism. Fast forward to 1996, this particular year wasn't a major anniversary, but it was a year when the Lincoln cent quietly made its way into pockets, piggy banks, and vending machines across America. More than 13 billion pennies were minted that year across 3 mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Here's the breakdown. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. Denver Mint, marked with a D. San Francisco Mint, primarily produced proof coins, marked with an S. But here's the twist: even though billions were minted, a small percentage of them contain minting errors or varieties that have skyrocketed their value in the collector's market. Let's talk about those next. Valuable 1996 penny errors and varieties. Now, this is where it gets exciting. Many 1996 pennies are worth face value, just 1 cent. But a rare few contain unique features that can push their value into the hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here are some of the most valuable and sought-after error types. This happens when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice. If you have a 1996 penny where the lettering, especially the word "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," appears doubled, you might be holding a valuable treasure. Some examples of these coins have sold for over $3,000 at auction. Center are considered error coins. The more center the strike, and the more visible the design is, the higher the value. A 1996 penny with a 60% off-center strike recently sold for $750. Broad-struck coins. This occurs when the retaining collar isn't in place during the minting process, allowing the metal to spread out. These coins can sell for $100 to $500, depending on condition. Wrong planchet errors. If a 1996 penny was accidentally struck on a dime or foreign planchet, you could be looking at a coin worth several $1,000s. A wrong planchet error from this year fetched $1,900 in a recent auction. Die clash errors. When dies strike each other without a planchet in between, it leaves an imprint. If you have a 1996 penny showing ghost images or clash marks, don't ignore it. That's a collector's dream. Proof coins from 1996. Let's not forget the proof coins minted in San Francisco. Proof coins are made using a special minting process that gives them a mirror-like finish. If you have a 1996 Lincoln proof penny still in its original mint packaging or in perfect condition, it can fetch $10 to $50 or more, depending on the grade. But here's where it gets wild: that if that proof penny has any kind of minting error, like doubling, die cracks, or discoloration, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some high-grade proof pennies from this year have been graded PR70 Deep Cameo and sold for $500 to $1,200. Grading matters. Condition is king. Let's talk about grading. Coin collectors live by one rule: condition is everything. The most respected grading services in the world, PCGS and NGC, use a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless coin. A regular 1996 Lincoln penny in circulation might be worth 1 cent. But if it's graded MS67 or MS68, that's near perfect, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands. One particularly stunning 1996 D penny graded MS69 red sold for over $3,500. And get this, the most famous high-grade 1996 penny was auctioned for a jaw-dropping $779,334, due to a combination of its perfect condition, mint error, and rarity. This single penny has become a legend in the coin collecting community. Market demand in 2025, hotter than ever. Now let's talk about what's happening in today's market. It's 2025, and the market for error coins and rare Lincoln cents is on fire. Online auction platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are reporting higher than usual demand for coins from the 1990s, especially 1996. Collectors and investors alike are snapping up certified high-grade 1996 pennies at record prices. Coins that once sold for $50 are now bringing in over $300. And rarer errors, like the double die and off-center strikes, have hit historic highs. There's even buzz that more 1996 Lincoln cents with rare errors are being discovered in personal collections. So keep an eye out, because that one penny you nearly gave away could be a jackpot. What to do if you find a rare 1996 PNNY? If you suspect you've got a valuable 1996 Lincoln penny, here's what to do: don't clean it. Cleaning a coin destroys its value. Leave it as is. Use a magnifying glass, look for doubling, cracks, or off-center features, compare with online images, check auction sites for similar coins and values, submit it to a grading service. PCGS or NGC can professionally certify your coin, store it properly, use a coin holder or flip to protect it from damage. Conclusion: the penny that's worth AFORTUN. The 1996 Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary coin, but as you've seen, it holds some extraordinary secrets. From fascinating minting errors to jaw-dropping market values, this humble cent can become a collector's dream and a true treasure. So take a closer look at your pocket change, search those old jars, check your childhood piggy bank, because the next $1,000 penny might be hiding right in your home. And when you do find something rare and exciting, remember, come back to USA Coin 1, where we break down the real stories behind American coins, their hidden secrets, and the potential for life-changing discoveries. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to USA Coin 1 for more deep dives into rare coins, valuable pennies, and collector's guides. Drop a comment below if you've got a rare 1996 penny or want us to cover a coin you're curious about. We read every comment and love hearing from fellow collectors. This is USA Coin 1, where pennies turn into gold. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.